extraordinary music.
What's going on, Masterclass family? This is your boy, Mr. Adams, bringing you the Masterclass trade of the day. We return to trading today, uh, January 16th, after a 3-day weekend. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Salute Dr. Martin Luther King and the movement. The markets were closed. They gave us a 3-day weekend. And when the markets open today, several things looked very, very good. And the market immediately began to take off. You had a lot of good stocks such as Gilded, Tesla, Apple, begin to really make moves. And then all of a sudden, it's like all hell broke loose and stocks began to fall. I mean, just literally plummet. However, there were a few stocks that held their own and continued to go higher. And one of those stocks are our Masterclass trade of the day, and that's Qcom. Qcom turned out to be a 6-to-1 trade for us today, just to be exact. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart, first thing that will catch your attention is the consolidation over the past 3 days. Not only do we have consolidation over the past 3 days, but it's our ideal gold consolidation with all of the moving average tightly compressed together. Not only do we have gold consolidation, it's also married. So you have gold married setups for 3 days. That's a lot of consolidation, a lot of steam, a lot of pressure building up for an explosion. And the pre-market here today for Qcom, I'm going to take a moment and just zoom in really quick. We can see how the stock finally broke above the range over the last 3 days, held the previous day's high, and then gapped up and held the pivot point before taking off and going higher. I alerted this out on our watch list, and I gave out an alert stating that we wanted Qcom to pull back for an entry if you didn't catch the immediate breakout. And you got that pull back to VWAP around 945, 950. Then you had confluence when you got the rising 10-day moving average and the VWAP intersecting right here, giving you another entry, which is somewhat of a flag as well. So that's confluence. That's confirmation. You have dual money flow. Both of your institutional money flow indicators are positive, letting you know that the big boys are involved in this trade. And you have some really high value. It's over the average volume line. And when the stock pulled back, the volume got light and then increased again for the breakout. We're going to take a look at Qcom on our multi-time frame analysis. Taking a look at the daily chart, the first thing you will see here is after earnings back in November, Qcom literally took off, giving us a flagpole as it traded higher for a good week and a half to around my birthday, around 11/24. It came back and found support around 64, and it consolidated for about 2 months. I'm pretty sure if I was to pull up a TTM squeeze indicator, this would be a TTM squeeze on the daily chart. And finally, it broke out today with a rising 10-day moving average on the daily chart. And you have a nudge of positive chalk and money flow on the daily chart. Taking a look at the weekly time frame, the money flow is already positive. That's your flagpole from earnings. Came down, give you somewhat of a small flag, and now you're getting a brand new breakout, which means that Qcom could quite possibly go higher, considering that we have a high over the last 3 years of 74.90, and the stock is currently at 68.25, which means that we're going to have some room to move here. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart and the 1-hour chart, we have a TTM squeeze, once again concerning our previous day's consolidation, which is a must for 5-to-1 setups. Both the 30-minute and the 1-hour charts have gold setups with all of the moving averages tightly compressed together. And then due to the gap up in a pre-market, the stock literally took off on both of these time frames as well. And they're both above a flat Ichimoku cloud on a 30-minute and a 1-hour. All this is saying on all of these time frames that this is our ideal setup for a 5-to-1 trade. If we look at the options chain, there are several strikes where you could have got a 5-to-1. You could have went with the 67 strike price, contracts opened at 29 cents, hit a high of 183. The 67.50s opened at 15 cents, hit a high of 148. And the 68s opened up at 22 cents and went to 119. Any one of those series would have gave you either between a 5 to 1 or a 6 to 1 trade, starting you off on a Tuesday. Once again, our ideal goal for those who wants to give it a try is to turn $100 into $1 million, preferably in 6 trades in a week. I don't have to be the first one to do it, but the fact that it's possible inspires me to do it myself and encourage others to do it because it can be done. So Qcom is the Masterclass trade of the day. Masterclass, dominate.